amidst the parched grasslands of Africa or the dense jungles of South Asia, where the sun scorches the earth and the rainy season turns every path into a muddy trap, the rhinoceros stands as a symbol of strength and solitude. These are harsh lands where life and death are separated by a single breath, and even the smallest mistake can cost a life. Subscribe to our channel to explore more thrilling tales of dramatic survival. The dry season drains water sources, forcing all creatures into risky migrations. Meanwhile, the rainy season conceals countless dangers beneath the dark, murky mud. This ecosystem, though rich, is fraught with peril. Beyond the brutality of nature itself, rhinos face lurking predators in the shadows, always ready to strike and extinguish life in a single blow. In the wild, where survival is constantly tested by brutal weather and lurking threats, the rhinoceros emerges as a solitary yet proud creature, a silent warrior amidst a savage land. Standing out amid the dust and scorched grass, our central character is a mature male rhino. Its body covered in thick scars, the legacy of unrelenting battles to defend its territory. As a solitary animal, it typically appears at dawn or dusk, when the heat subsides and sounds become sharper. With poor eyesight but an extraordinarily keen sense of smell, it can detect intruders from afar. Each of its steps is marked with dung and urine, a wordless way of declaring ownership over its land. Its nature is a fusion of pride, aggression, and resilience traits inherited from prehistoric times. It doesn't need to hunt, yet it's always ready to become a force of fury when its territory is threatened. Carrying the raw power of prehistoric instincts, the mature male rhino is a symbol of authority and solitude in the wild. Comment 1 if you've ever seen a rhino in real life. Yet, despite its massive size and fearsome appearance, it has never truly been safe in the wild. In nature, strength doesn't always mean invincibility. Dangers lurk constantly, both from outside and from its own kind. Lions, the apex predators, sometimes gather in groups to bring down a weak rhino calf, while hyenas, cunning and ruthless, wait for the moment to tear apart the injured. In such a harsh life, there's no room for complacency. Every step comes at a price. Surrounded by threats from nature, kin, and predators, the rhino must tread carefully and always be ready for battle. But these threats are only part of the harsh reality, for the environment itself is a ruthless enemy. In the wild, encounters between large animals are always filled with tension and drama. No longer unfamiliar to us, the hippopotamus is one of the largest semi-aquatic mammals in the world, living primarily in African rivers and lakes. With a massive body, thick skin, and a mouth that can open up to 150 degrees, hippos are known for their aggressive nature and ability to launch sudden attacks. Though they may seem sluggish, they can run quickly on land and swim agilely in water. Their natural enemies include lions and crocodiles, but most serious threats come from habitat loss and other predators. During extended dry seasons, the ground cracks, water sources dwindle, and animals crowd around the few remaining water holes, places where any approach can ignite violence. It is at such sites that brutal territorial battles erupt between two adult male rhinos. They charge like biological tanks, horns clashing, blood splattering, dirt flying in all directions. No mercy, the loser usually has to leave. Elsewhere, in the darkness, A mother rhino strains to fend off a pride of lions stalking her calf. The chase unfolds in thick darkness, where only maternal instinct and the will to survive can preserve life. In these fierce struggles for every drop of water and every inch of vital land, the rhino needs not only strength, but also flexible adaptation to survive. However, after every battle, every escape from a predator's fangs or the searing thirst of the dry season, the rhino must develop unique survival strategies. They never stay in one place, for long, constant movement helps them avoid being tracked and increases access to water and food. Under the blazing heat of desert or savanna, they seek rare patches of shade and know how to store water within their bodies. At the peak of the dry season, they alter their behavior, becoming nocturnal to reduce water loss and avoid conflicts. When sensing danger, they retreat silently, avoiding confrontation, a survival tactic in an age where nature is no longer the only threat. But the rhino continues its journey, walking on with all the grit and toughness nature has gifted it. Because this wilderness is not for the weak. Each footprint it leaves behind is more than just an impression of weight. It's a declaration. It has fought, it has survived, and it is still walking the endless path of a true warrior.